A TikTok star who traveled out to Tenerife to look for Jay Slater has leaked private texts with the teen's distraught mom. Jay's family hit back at Callum Fahim on Thursday after he claimed to have quit the search after saying he's never had any money from the GoFundMe leading to a row between them. Callum voluntarily traveled to Tenerife to help cops in the hunt, but after returning home on Thursday he has been called out by Debbie Duncan for some of his comments. The social media star has now posted screenshots from a conversation with Debbie from this week. In the Facebook messages, Callum reveals he has been asked by several people to comment on the back and forth between the Slater family and himself. Debbie replies in one of the private messages saying, "I told you not to speak to anyone as it has obviously backfired on you." Callum flew over to the island after contacting Debbie online, as reported by Sky News. But after helping out with the search for several days, he decided to return home yesterday. He said he left because he didn't receive any of the money from a GoFundMe for Jay, which has now hit nearly $50,000. Debbie previously said in a statement regarding the cash that it would be spent to fly over and look after people helping in the hunt for her son. Once Callum spoke about the supposed lack of cash he'd been given, Jay's family accused him of coming over of his own accord for a free holiday. As Debbie came out and said, "He's a hiker, we don't need hikers, we need experts," they went on to say they gave him $740 of their own money for his accommodation, something he has since said was true. In Callum's follow-up statement, he confirmed that he wasn't given money for essentials, which led to his comments. Other people who helped out have voiced similar things in recent days. The TikToker says he leaked the texts to prove Debbie hasn't spoken out against him after reports claimed she labeled him as bitter. Callum has since refuted this point, saying Debbie never described him in that way after the two cleared the air online. His post ended with him addressing the hate he has received since speaking on the GoFundMe, revealing he's been slammed with death threats from the public. He said, "I'm an innocent individual who brought up the fact that part of the GoFundMe statement wasn't true, and now have received hate for it." The TikToker went on to speak about how the search has been overshadowed, in his mind, by the coverage of the situation. Callum described the constant speculation around what has happened to Jay and who is responsible for it as a huge factor in why issues are continuing to come up in the case. He wrote online, "The Jay Slater case has got well and truly out of hand." As another message from the social media personality reads, "It needs to stop." The hunt for Jay. The mammoth search efforts ended after 14 days of looking for the 19-year-old last weekend. The young Brit vanished after a night out at the NRG Festival at Papagayo nightclub in Playa de las Americas on June 17. Spanish authorities say there is no current evidence of criminality in the case, with his family saying they will not give up hope of finding him. Meanwhile, a private investigator revealed Jay stole a Rolex before he vanished, and the first picture of the man who rented the Airbnb where he spent his last night was revealed. Jay was last seen traveling with the two mystery men in the north of the island in the rural Destino Park. The morning after, he made a final frantic phone call to pal Lucy to tell her he was stranded in the middle of nowhere. Panicked Jay, facing an 11-hour walk back to their hotel, told her he needed water and only had 1% of battery left on his phone. His other friend Brad Hargreaves revealed a second call in which Jay told him he had veered off the main path, leading to speculation he may have slid down rocks earlier today. Lucy shared a new picture of the missing teen. Spanish cops have told Jay's family they can bring in their own search teams to find the missing teenager.